Davis can extend his impressive streak. He's had at least 30 points and 15 rebounds in each of the Lakers' last 3 games. The Rams are worried about quarterback Matthew Stafford being available for Sunday's game in Kansas City. Stafford is dealing with concussion symptoms again. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. This sports report was brought to you by MVP Accident Attorneys. When it comes to your settlement, we're a slam dunk. Call 833-MVP-WINS or check their website at themvp.com for a free case review.
When you're the victim of a car accident, hiring the right law firm can be the difference between a rewarding settlement and striking out. Call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys at 833-MVP-WINS for your free consultation.
Call on me, your MVP.
KBLA Talk 1580.
The thrill of victory. The thrill of victory. Thrill of victory. Yeah, man.
KBLA Talk 1580 wishes to congratulate Mayor-elect Karen Bass on her historic win as the first woman and only second African-American to serve as chief executive of the city of Los Angeles.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Bass, and welcome back to unapologetically progressive KBLA Talk 1580.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show, and this is my very first interview, and I am proud that it's here.
We are proud to have you here. What do you want to say to the listeners of KBLA Talk 1580?
I want to say thank you from just, I'm just full of the love that I felt every place I went in the community, and I just want the listeners to know that I promise you I won't disappoint you. I will be accessible. I will never forget where I'm from, and understand that is my primary motivation.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Karen Bass, holding all leaders accountable to you.
No matter who you voted for, no matter who you are or where you live, I will be a mayor for you.
We're KBLA Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Talk 1580. And we don't black down. We've got a lot to talk about.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under, on a magic carpet ride, a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But now from way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you.
Alongside Peebo Bryson, she is the voice on one of the most successful Disney theme songs of all time, A Whole New World, from the movie Aladdin, as you well know. Grammy-winning artist Regina Belle joins us in this hour. For the first time in her 35-year-plus career, she's finally releasing a holiday album. It's that time of the year where artists who've never done this before finally push out that holiday project. Hers is called My Colorful Christmas. It's a good one, and I am pleased to have in this hour Regina Belle for a career conversation. It's been too long since I talked to Regina Belle. Regina, how are you today?
I am wonderful. How are you, my brother? It has been too long.
I am well. If I complained, I'd be an ingrate. It's good to hear your voice, not just in song, but in conversation. I'm glad we've got an hour because there's so much in your career to unpack, and I look forward to, have been looking forward to this hour to speak with you. While that song is playing, take me back. As I said, it's one of the biggest songs ever in the Disney catalog, and there are you and Peebo. And I was just tickled I was younger then. We were all younger then. But I remember being tickled by the fact that there were two black folk who were just killing it on this Disney soundtrack. And I took such great pride in that. But take me back to what it was like for you and Peebo to make this thing happen, Regina Belle.
I was actually in the studio. I was on tour at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and believe it or not, I actually had bronchitis during the time I was recording.
Mm.
And so, right, so I'm in the midst of recording this song and really trying to breathe. In fact, me and Peebo got into it because he's a smoker.
Mm-hmm.
And so he came in the booth because, at that time you could smoke anywhere.
Yeah.
And he came in the booth and he was smoking. I was like, "Are you crazy? You trying to kill us, sister? Get out of here!" So, we laugh about that now. And
Yeah.
I mean, it was honestly, when I was in the studio, I had no idea where it was going. I came in to record a song, and basically it was business as usual, and I was really just trying to do my absolute best based on what I had to work with. I was drinking all kind of tea and, clear soup and all this kind of stuff, trying to get my voice together just so I could get some clarity to record.
Mm-hmm.
And then, to go from that position to being able to be a part of the Macy's Day Parade, which is a big thing in my family.
Yeah.
Because we're all together at Big Mama's house. And all of a sudden now I'm not there because I'm actually in the parade. And, they're watching me. And to me, that's one of the highlights of my life, thinking back, because it's always been something I grew up as a kid watching. And to be a part of something now that you dream about, that even my mom said I even, prophetically spoke over myself. But to actually see it in true manifestation is just a mind blower.
Yeah, I have. I'll say this: I've been honored, as you have, to be at the Macy's Day Parade at least once in my my career, and once is enough for me. And what I mean by that, I think you know where I'm going. I don't know what it was like the day you were out there. The parade is a beautiful thing. It's an iconic parade. It's a historic parade. All the people I met, all the things I got to see, to be there up close, to be, it was a beautiful experience. And again, one of those moments in my life that I'll never forget. But it was cold out there that day.
Oh, my gosh, was it cold. Oh, my gosh, was it cold. It was extremely cold. And, as an artist, I got to be cute.
Yeah.
So
and you got to sing. or at least lip sync.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't look, I can't have the whole, all the big coat around me and all of that. I did have a really nice coat around me.
Yeah.
But, I had on like a cat suit and some boots, and it was cold. I definitely give you that one. It was cold.
Yeah.
But I think that initially I don't even think I felt the cold because I was so excited.
Of course, yeah.
And oh my gosh, I was on 100.
Yeah.
So by the time, I guess maybe we're on the float and it's about maybe an hour in, I'm like, okay.
No, I had that experience one time, and I'm grateful for it. But once is enough for me in that bitter cold, trying to be cute on TV. So I take your point. Let me ask this, because I've talked to a lot of people, and I'm not sure I've ever asked this question, but I'm curious about it. You said a moment ago that when you went into the studio to do the song with Peebo, A Whole New World, just like you always do, you go and you do your best, you're going to kill it and leave everything in the studio. But how does one get selected for a Disney song? And I ask that because everybody named Mama who sings would love to be on a Disney soundtrack. How does one get selected? How does one get chosen to sing a Disney song?
Well, actually, I was asked.
Yeah.
Don Einer, who was over the department at the time, over Columbia Records at the time, came in and said, that Disney is looking for somebody to sing their theme song for their next animated film. And, I think he liked the fact that I was able to kind of peruse through jazz, R&B, gospel, and I had classical training. So, that kind of set me in a category in terms of selection that put me kind of in a place almost by myself.
Sure.
And I'm not bragging. It's just that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got an opportunity. And then, too, you know, they always kind of go with maybe a younger artist unless it's, you know, a classic artist like an Elton John,
right,
you know, or someone like that. So, and then they asked me who I wanted to sing it with. And I said, well, you know, Peebo did Beauty and the Beast. If it ain't broke, let's not fix it.
Mm-hmm.
you know, so, I mean, he was my choice,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and any person in that genre of Peebo Bryson, like Luther or anybody, anyone in that category would have served me well. So I you know, but I had a special thing for Peebo growing up because I got a chance to listen to him as a kid, and then at college at Rutgers University. During our Kwanzaa festival, I actually brought him to the university. And so that was the first time I met him. He brought Roberta Flack. So I got a chance to meet her and Phyllis Hyman, those two. So I was on cloud nine. So now changing shoes, I get an opportunity to actually record with him. And I'm like, yeah, I think Peebo will be great. So, you know, of course they were, you know, gung-ho for it. Yeah. And the next thing you know, we're in the studio, you know, doing the track and working with Tim Rice and Alan Menken. And I cannot say, just amazing writers. And just, it was just really great working with them because it was easy. Yeah. They didn't make it hard. You know, being behind that glass, I don't care how much experience you have, how much music you have under your belt. When you get behind that glass and you have to produce, it can be very intimidating. Yeah. But, you know, Alan Menken and Tim Rice, they were wonderful.
Well, you did not get intimidated. At least if you did, we could not hear it on the album, on that track. But I'm just laughing, and you know, God works in mysterious ways, and life takes us on interesting twists and turns. But I love hearing these kinds of stories. Here you are, a student at Rutgers, and you invite and bring Peebo Bryson to campus, and he brings with him Roberta Flack and Phyllis Hyman. I'm just jealous of that story to begin with, that you got Peebo and Roberta Flack and Phyllis Hyman all together in one space. But you're the one that brings him to campus as a student at Rutgers, and then years later, you end up recording with Peebo Bryson. And what you record becomes a major hit, one of the biggest selling songs on any soundtrack in the history of Disney. As we say around here, won't he do it? Won't he do it? Our conversation with Regina Belle, just getting started. She has her Christmas album out, her very first one, her holiday album. It's called My Colorful Christmas. We'll play some stuff from that and let you start to feel the season that is upon us. I'm delighted to be in conversation for the rest of this hour with the incomparable, Grammy-winning, legendary artist, Regina Belle on KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Good thing we've got 3 hours.
More of Tavis Smiley when we come forward. KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Maisha Cairo here with a quick recap from my time at JP Morgan Chase's Advancing Black Wealth Tour. There were speakers Ian Dunlap, Damon John, Lynn Richardson, MC Light, Don Kennedy, to name a few. Take a listen to what Justin Grant, Community Development Lead at Chase's Advancing Black Pathway, let's see what he had to say.
So I'm Justin Grant. I lead Community Development and National Partnerships for JP Morgan Chase's Advancing Black Pathway strategy. And so we're focused on strengthening the economic foundation of black communities, and we're making targeted investments in programs like the Advancing Black Wealth Tour to help us get our tools and resources out to the community to drive sustained impact over time.
So when it comes to black and brown people, it sounds like Chase is making it their personal responsibility not only to facilitate these events, but to educate and provide resources. So, Mr. Grant, I have to ask, what does wealth building look like for the individual?
It's home ownership, it's having that freedom to be able to start your own business and create jobs in your community, and it's having that long-term plan towards retirement, having that vision for what you want your life to be, and you have the resources to actually live it.
I'm Aisha Cairo. Thanks for sticking around. That was my recap from Chase's Advancing Black Wealth Tour. First stop was here in LA, and they're taking it national.
Did you know addiction to drugs like meth or cocaine is a disease and not a choice? But getting help is. If you have stimulant use disorder, you, your family, and friends may have a lot of questions, including where to start. Choose Change California can help. Make a change today and find a proven treatment option for you at choosechangeca.org.
Gain presents a tale of longing and long-lasting scent. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Add Gain scent beads for an even longer lasting scent.
We're not ratings driven. We're engagement driven. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
Check it out.
Till the angels say amen. A mother tonight is rocking a cradle in Bethlehem.
I'm Tavis Smiley. That's Regina Bell, and that's one of the tracks from her first ever holiday album. It's called My Colorful Christmas. Available now wherever you buy your records. This particular track is called A Cradle in Bethlehem. Turn it up, Miles.
A mother tonight is rocking a cradle in Bethlehem. Cradle in Bethlehem.
Regina Bell, I am always curious and always tickled and fascinated when I hear the answer. Over the course of my career, as you know, I've been blessed to talk to pretty much everybody, and for those who do holiday albums, they have to make the ultimate decision as to what they're going to put on the project. And everybody has a different way of processing and going through the machinations of what they're going to record. And then, of course, if you're recording something that's a standard, as you do on this project, you have to figure out your own treatment of it. But let me start by asking, How did you decide what you were going to put on your album? And there are 10 tracks on the project, but how did you decide, broadly speaking, what you wanted to cover on or do on this project, My Colorful Christmas?
Well, it's interesting because many people confronted me and said, "Hey, how is it you did an actual Christmas movie?"
Mm-hmm.
Last year I did a Christmas movie with Kirk Franklin,
Mm-hmm.
and and they're like, "You haven't done a Christmas record." And my brother's been pushing me for years, and I just never got around to it. It's like I've always wanted to do it, but as soon as I put my mind to it, it's September.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's too late to start a Christmas record. You have to literally start a Christmas record back in like March, April,
mm-hmm.
And like be done by August,
mm-hmm.
To be successful at it. And this year I said I'm going to be different. And so my brother really wanted me to do it. My brother is was a major producer, songwriter, composer, musician, singer, everything. For everybody from Michael Jackson to the Winans, myself, Patti LaBelle, Boy George. I mean, the list goes on. And so, I was like, okay, Bernie, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this year. And in the midst of me doing it, he passes away. And I just I don't even want to do this. And, so for 2 weeks I was just down. And then I started thinking, and I said, you know what? This was our favorite time of year. And so what better way to celebrate him and actually push this through? What better way to say how much I love you, Bernie? And, despite the pain of him not being here, still executing it. And so I went in the cans, as we say, and got it done. And I'm really, really proud. It's a lot of work. A lot goes into it. Picking the songs was, simple, because I just picked our favorite songs.
Yeah.
I picked the songs that we listened to growing up. I picked the songs that we sang, me and my brother together. And then I picked my favorite song, A Cradle in Bethlehem, which is probably a little obscure to most because, everybody else is used to Silent Night and Joy to the World and some of the other ones. But this song I've heard for many years on Nat King Cole's Christmas album. And it's always been one of my favorites. And I always said, if I ever do a Christmas record, I'm definitely going to do that song. And then when I got ready to do it, Tavis, I was intimidated because I was like, wait, the GOAT did this song. The GOAT did this song.
Yeah.
You can't just do that. And then I said, no. I want to sing these songs, but I don't want to do microwavable versions of these songs. I want to put new dresses on them.
Yeah.
And so that's what I worked hard on doing, and I think we kind of accomplished that.
Oh, you did more than that, girl. You did more than that. I was just saying in conversation the other day, you mentioned Nat King Cole, Regina. I was just saying in a conversation the other day, I think on this program, in fact, that if you were to ask me, I can give you a top 5, but certainly the top 3 on my list of pronunciation, diction, delivery, in terms of being able to understand every syllable they utter. My top 3, Nat King Cole, Sam Cooke, and Johnny Mathis.
Yes.
Just in terms, I mean, they have never sang a song with any word in the song that you did not understand clearly. I mean,
absolutely.
And Nat King Cole's top of the list. I mean, so to your point, I can take the intimidation factor because Nat just did it in a way that nobody has ever done it since, because he's just, I mean, not just a beautiful voice and, great song stylings and great, musicality and instrumentation and arrangement, but just that voice and the way he laid on a syllable. Just has always done something to me. So I can hear your story and receive it about the intimidation once you get there, knowing that Nat King Cole had killed this thing already. But you more than acquitted yourself. Let's put it that way. You mentioned your brother Bernie. Track 10 on the album My Colorful Christmas is called "I Had to Leave," a song from Bernie. Tell me about that.
That is the last song that my brother and I recorded together. It was a song that we actually recorded for when we were growing up. We were in a band called Reality in high school, and it was our first kind of professional band because we actually went out and made money and did gigs. And all of the musicians from that band went out to be international artists.
Sure.
One of those being Cindy Mizell, who sang for Luther Vandross and Whitney Houston and a number of people. So we had a great foundation. Bernie wrote this song. We got together and did this song for the lady who allowed us to rehearse in her basement, Miss Brown. She passed away. She had Alzheimer's. And it was a really sad story, and how she passed away. She had left their home, and they found her in the snow. And it was really, really sad. And my brother and I were trying to come together to try to say, well, how can we kind of maybe, it's a sad moment, but how can we lighten the mood a little bit from a personal standpoint? And so, I said, it's quiet as it's kept. Even though we hate when people pass away, we all got to leave here.
Yeah.
And so my brother says, that's it. And he writes the song, I Had to Leave. And basically in the song, he's letting us know that all of us are here on green cards. We're not here to stay. We're here for an appointed time. We come in here with an expiration date. And so this song says, to every caregiver who's caring for someone, listen, that person had to leave. Their assignment was up.
Yeah.
You did everything you could do. Don't rethink that. Don't think, what if I would have made one last doctor appointment? What if I would have, checked the house one more time and the door was put the extra lock on? What if you can't see it like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this song speaks to that and says, I had to leave. You did everything. Thanks for the memories. Thanks for everything.
Let me give you a taste of this track. It's track number 10 on her Regina Bell's new project, her first holiday album called My Colorful Christmas, written by her brother Bernie. It's called I Had to Leave.
I had to leave. I had to go. There is no way to get back yesterday, so I had to leave. I had to smile to ease my pain. Brought me so much joy beyond belief. Still I had to leave.
It's a beautiful arrangement, Regina, and it allows you, as we said earlier, to lean into your jazz, your jazz stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bernie didn't get to hear this completed, did he?
He did get to hear this.
Oh, good.
And he was very, very pleased.
I was about to ask, what did he make of it? Yeah. No, it sounds good. It sounds amazing. Regina Bell is our guest in this hour. Her new holiday project is called My Colorful Christmas. This track is called I Had to Leave. Again, a song from Bernie, written by her now late brother, amazing artist himself. We celebrate him and remember him and celebrate this new project from Regina Bell, which we'll continue to talk about when we come forward after news, traffic, and sports on KBLA Talk 1580.
I know that it's so very hard. I know that it's so very hard to let it go.
A safe place to go loud. A great place for progressive politics. KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. New York Governor Hochul is signing legislation to tackle hate crimes and promote diversity. One of the measures requires people convicted of hate crimes to undergo mandatory training in hate crime prevention. The second measure establishes a statewide campaign to promote inclusion, tolerance, understanding, and diversity. In Las Vegas, Black attorney Patricia Lee is the newest member of the Nevada Supreme Court. Lee was appointed by Governor Sisolak on Monday, replacing former former Justice Abby Silver, who recently stepped down. Lee is the first black woman and first Asian American to serve on the Nevada Supreme Court. On this day in history in 1986, Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight boxing champion when he knocked out Trevor Berbick in Las Vegas, Nevada. He was 20 years old at the time. And that's the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
We have a work zone causing delays on the Hollywood Freeway northbound between Vermont Avenue and Normandy. The two right lanes are closed and traffic is backed up solid from Vignes Street. South 101 is slow from Vermont down to the 4 level. And on the 110 northbound between Adams Boulevard and the Santa Monica Freeway, you've got a right lane closure. Traffic's heavy coming away from Century Boulevard.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Clippers got 30 points off the bench from Norman Powell to beat Utah by 7. Reggie Jackson added 27 points. Paul George sat out the game with a sore hamstring. Kawhi Leonard played only 23 minutes and finished with 8 points. The Lakers take a 3-game winning streak into tonight's game in Phoenix. LeBron James remains questionable with a strained abductor muscle. He has missed the last 4 games. Let's see if Anthony Davis can extend his impressive streak. He's had at least 30 points and 15 rebounds in each of the Lakers' last 3 games. The Rams are worried about quarterback Matthew Stafford being available for Sunday's game in Kansas City. Stafford is dealing with concussion symptoms again. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. This sports report was brought to you by MVP Accident Attorneys. When it comes to your settlement, we're a slam dunk. Call 833-MVP-WINS or check their website at themvp.com for a free case review.
When you're the victim of a car accident, hiring the right law firm can be the difference between a rewarding settlement and striking out. Call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys at 833-MVP-WINS for your free consultation.
Call on me, your MVP.
KBLA Talk 1580 is pleased to announce a can't-miss community event.
It's a celebration.
Welcome home, Mayor-elect Karen Bass.
Oh my God.
Join us for this free public event as we celebrate Mayor-elect Bass's historic victory. There'll be entertainment, food trucks, and a diverse array of vendors, along with attendance and participation from community leaders, elected officials, celebrities, business owners, and other notables. KBLA Talk 1580 will host Mayor-elect Bass on the main stage as we reflect on the importance of this moment and what it means for the Black community, women, and all Angelinos who believe in the limitless potential of our amazing city. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 and our social media platforms for all the important details. We look forward to celebrating with Mayor-elect Karen Bass and you.
We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now, it's a celebration.
The Institute for Diversity Certification is all about the 3 Ds: dedication, determination, and discipline. Learn more about our globally recognized diversity certification program today by calling 1-800-983-6192. Again, 1-800-983-6192, or visit diversitycertification.org. As the #1 organization for certified diversity professionals and also certified diversity executive credentials, diversitycertification.org will provide an opportunity for you to demonstrate dedication to the field, determination to make progress, and more discipline to your process. Go today and learn more about the diversity certification system. Call 1-800-983-6192. Again, 1-800-983-6192. Or go to diversitycertification.org. That's diversitycertification.org. The standard of excellence, equity, diversity, and inclusion.
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. It's normal. With CalHope's free and secure mental health resources, it's easy to get the help you and your loved ones need when you need it the most. Call our warm line at 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
This is KBLA Talk 1580, where everybody is somebody and nobody is a stranger. You belong here.
A Baby Changes Everything is track number 5 on the new project from Regina Belle, Grammy winner. Her first holiday album in a 35-plus year career. She finally got around to it. The project is called My Colorful Christmas. Again, this track is called A Baby Changes Everything. It's track number 5. Regina Belle, who it's featuring somebody named Sydney Battle. who is Sydney Battle?
Sydney Battle is my baby.
Yes, she is.
She's next to the baby. I have 5 children.
Yeah.
Winter, Ty, Jalen, Sydney, and Nyla.
Mm-hmm.
And Sydney is next to the baby, and she's singing this song, A Baby Changes Everything. And she is actually my firstborn. The 3 that I mentioned first have been adopted. However, my mama said when you feed them, they look like you. They all look like
they all look like you.
Me or my husband, so you can't tell.
No.
But Sydney is the first birth child.
Yeah.
I had 5 miscarriages, and it's so interesting. 5 miscarriages, and I have 5 children. And this song, I really knew I wanted to do. It's a song that was sang that I heard many years ago by Faith Hill. And it's funny because in church, Nyla, my baby girl, normally sings this song, but she's actually singing the first Noel on the record.
Yes.
And Sydney's singing "A Baby Changes Everything," and I thought it was fitting because this was the promise that I kept thinking I wasn't going to be able to have a child, and I got a message from the Spirit that said, no, I didn't say no. It's just delayed. You just hold on a minute, slow your roll, fall back.
Yeah.
And Sydney came busting up in here. She actually, and it's crazy because I lost 2 sets of twin boys, and Sydney had a twin brother, and I lost him, but she managed to get through there. So, the song I thought was very befitting for her to sing.
Man, this really is 2 thoughts. First of all, this really is a family project. You got your babies on it.
It is.
You got your brother Bernie on it. Of course, you and Bernie have done stuff many times before, but it's Christmas is that family time of the year anyway. And so why not have family involved in a project, particularly if they're family members like Regina Belle's kids who can sing. It's a beautiful thing to have your kids on the project with you. But the second thing I want to raise, and I know a bit of your backstory. The audience might not have known what you just shared, but you sounded so calm and so so collected when you said very, powerfully and poignantly and in a very arresting sort of way that you've had 5 miscarriages. I wonder if you might say a word about that, because I know there are people right now listening who are no doubt trying to make that first one. There are women right now who've had miscarriages. I thought of Sarah, since you went biblical on me. I thought of Sarah for a moment when you were telling the story. What Sarah had to go through to push her baby out at 90. But but again, there are many women who have to endure this and are trying to push that baby out. And you've endured this 5 times before you got your first one out. So just say a word about how you survived 5 miscarriages, Regina Belle.
Well, the Almighty been everything to me, because there's no way I could have gotten through that with a sane mind, with a loving heart, because you do tend to think, as a woman, you begin to start thinking badly of yourself, because you start saying the one thing that I can do as a woman that a man can't do, I can't do it. And it's no reason for us to think like that, because having children does not define us as women. But I think it's a societal thing. It's a social thing. And, many times we get that kind of pressure from our families. I know you adopted kids, but when are you going to have some children? I mean, as if to say your adopted children aren't your children. Yeah. Some things you have to kind of take with a grain of salt, because family is family is family.
Yeah.
You can't you can't pick them. You can't buy them.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to go with what you got.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes family can be very hurting and insensitive to those types of things, especially when they have 6 and 7 kids and you have yet to have your first one. You know, I had to learn that having a child did not define me. My adopted children loved on me so much and gave me so much, what's the word? They made my life fulfilling.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and you know, my husband, a former NBA player,
Sure.
so, you know, we got some of the best doctors in the world. We got that good insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, they want to do every test, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, there was no problems there. But it just goes to show there are some things in your life that will put you on the same playing field as everybody in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with your address. It has nothing to do with how much money you make. It has nothing to do with celebrity.
Yeah.
But there are things that we suffer that make us like-minded, that make us all connected.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I had come to a place where I said, you know, well, if it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. I was okay with it. And then she just snuck up on me.
Yeah.
And then, bam.
Yeah. My preacher, speaking of preachers, you're married to one. Of course, I remember your pastor husband, John Battle, playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers back in the day. He was a pretty amazing player himself. But as my preacher likes to say, he said, but then came Jesus. So, you know, something else is going on, but then came Jesus. And so I can hear him saying that all the time in so many of his sermons. And so speaking of babies, I can't resist, because I love so much stuff in your body of work, so much stuff in your corpus. So speaking of babies, how about this?
Silver moon shining on my bed beside my pillow, light the pathway to bring that man to me. Oh, something tells me my words are going straight to his heart. And something tells me you will be all mine. Baby, come to me.
One of my faves, Regina Bell. Baby, come to me.
Thank you so much. Golly.
Does that take you back a little bit?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I recorded that in Maui.
Yeah.
And actually, it's crazy because I actually recorded that in 2 takes.
2 takes.
I think it was the atmosphere. Just like I went. That's like, and that was with Narda Michael Walden. Now this is
Love
the
him,
man
love him, love him. Yes.
But in the studio, this is the man of you're gonna record at least 17 times.
Yeah.
At least 17 times. And I couldn't believe it. He was like, you know, I got what I need. I'm looking at him like with 4 heads. Are you serious? You seriously got what you need. I'm not fitting to argue with you. I'm out.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to the beach.
there's no better place than to sing a song called "Baby Come to Me" than in Hawaii, and to do it in 2
You
takes
better talk.
makes perfect sense to me. We'll continue with Regina Bell when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Be sure to like and follow Tavis Smiley at The Real Tavis Smiley and get Twitter updates at Tavis Smiley. The conversation continues when we come forward.
On Saturday, December 3rd, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., come out and enjoy a free community health fair, co-sponsored by Pleasant Hill Baptist Church Health Ministry and the Central Neighborhood Health Foundation. The fair will be held on the church grounds at 2009 West Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, with free health screenings, refreshments, jumpers for the kids, a visit from Santa, entertainment with a DJ, free food giveaway for the first 100 people who attend, as well as raffles and other prizes. There will also be open enrollment, health insurance representatives present. Attendees can get free blood pressure, glucose, HIV and STD testing, a dental screening, fluoride varnish, COVID testing, vaccines and boosters. Flu shots will also be offered. Housing navigation, mental health support, and education services will be available. Don't miss this free community health fair. Tell somebody and receive the gift of preventative health services this season. See you all on Saturday, December 3rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 2009 West Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Los Angeles.
We love to celebrate Thanksgiving with family, friends, football, and turkey. Please be safe this holiday weekend and don't drink and drive. Wishing you a happy Thanksgiving from your friends at KBLA Talk 1580 and MVP Accident Attorneys.
Call me your MVP.
Look. Our Weekly Los Angeles is the largest audited black newspaper in the state of California, with a distribution of over 50,000 copies weekly. Pick up a copy every Thursday to get the latest news on African American communities of LA. You can also keep up with what's going on in Los Angeles and surrounding cities by going to www.ourweekly.com. The Our Weekly website is updated daily with the current news about us and for us. For your advertising needs, Our Weekly offers economical advertising packages to fit your budget. Feel free to call Our Weekly Los Angeles at 323-905-1300 or visit the website at www.ourweekly.com. Our Weekly Los Angeles, reporting news that matters to you.
This Sunday and every Sunday is the African Marketplace and Drum Circle Community Market. Get free groceries, essential resources, and buy black from local merchants of arts, beauty, custom black merchandise, and more. Choose from a wide variety of cuisines, custom-made clothing, jewelry, and a lot more. Experience the true essence of Africatown at Leimert Park every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Join the Drum Circle, dance, enjoy live performances, connect with other conscious black people. Experience black excellence every Sunday in Africatown at Leimert Park. You can find us on Degnan Boulevard near Vernon and Crenshaw in the heart of Africatown at Leimert Park. That's the African Marketplace and Drum Circle Community Market. Join us for music, shopping, food, and fun this and every Sunday. Support black businesses, recycle black dollars, and feed your soul. The African Marketplace and Drum Circle Community Market every Sunday in Africatown at Leimert Park. Brought to you by Africatown Enterprise and the African Village Vendors Association.
Interrogating your assumptions
and expanding your inventory of ideas.
Let's get back to Tavis Smiley on KBLA Talk 1580.
You love my whole life through. That's all I want. Yes, that's all I want. And all I need is to be with you always. I don't need much, you see. Just need eternity. Yeah, to be with you. Yes, to be with you forever.
Regina Bell, I can tell you this. You know how to pick the right people to do collabs with.
That was another fun one.
Yeah.
Yes.
We talked about
James J.T. Taylor.
Yeah, we talked about you and Peebo earlier, and now James J.T. Taylor, lead singer, of course, for Kool in the Gang. Y'all worked this thing out, Regina.
We had so much fun. and that was for the movie Tap, and that was the last. I believe that was the last movie that Sammy Davis Jr. Was a part of, and some heavy hitters. I mean, you're talking about Sammy Davis Jr. and Gregory, help me.
Gregory Hines.
Yes, Gregory Hines. Yes.
Now,
and
I thought
Sandman and all the cats.
No, that Tap movie had so many great, obviously, as the title suggests, if you haven't seen Tap, a great film, so many great tap dancers in it, and some of them are, again, most of them are no longer with us. And so when I hear that song, my mind goes back to that film. And I think about Sammy Davis Jr., and I think about Gregory Hines, certainly gone too soon, and some other greats. But again, you have this knack for picking the right duets and ending up on the right soundtracks, and so it's a beautiful thing. The other thing I love about your work and your corpus is the lyrical content. I'm a lyricist. I love lyrics, and there are any number of songs you have given us on the soundtrack of our lives that speak to me. But I want to play a little bit of this one because the lyrics are so powerful. Take a listen to Regina Belle.
To slip away to talk. We would talk about the goodness of your heart. Now it seems a myth that never existed, and it leaves me feeling empty. With this hollow call, make it like it was the way it used to be when I hungered for your love constantly. Make it like it was easier for me. I know you're able to make it like it was.
When we come forward in our remaining moments with Regina Belle, we'll get her to tell us a bit about this track, Make It Like It Was. Regina Belle on KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580, where truth prevails.
The tricky station is down the dial.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Congratulations to this week's KBLA Talk 1580's Office of the Week, Community Legal Aid SoCal. Advocates for justice in Orange and Los Angeles counties. Congratulations, Community Legal Aid SoCal.
At Social Security, we are always thinking of ways to save you time and make things easier. That's why we created My Social Security. A My Social Security account allows you to access your earnings history and benefits information, request a replacement Social Security card, get a proof of income letter, estimate and apply for benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security. Securing today and tomorrow.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
The Los Angeles Urban League helps African American and others in underserved communities achieve true social parity, economic self-reliance, and civil rights. For over 100 years, Los Angeles Urban League has ensured our communities have access to careers with living wages, opportunities to start and grow businesses, and clear pathways to personal and professional growth. Programs like BizCamp, Construction Career Academy, Bob Business Ready, and B-Warp. The Black Wealth Attainment and Retention Program are examples of the ongoing events designed to make our centennial mission to rebuild Black Wall Street right here in LA a reality. To sign up for our newsletter or to support the Los Angeles Urban League with your time, talent, and donations, visit laul.org. That's laul.org. The Los Angeles Urban League is a proud sponsor of Urban Family Focus Saturdays at 7 a.m. on KBLA Talk 1580.
Let's unpack a little bit more with Tavis Smiley. The conversation continues right now.
I got a tight 4 minutes left in conversation with Regina Bell. Regina, tell me a quick word about that track, Make It Like It Was.
Oh, Make It Like It Was amazing. That was done with Nick Martinelli in Philadelphia, and Greg Fillingame was actually the arranger. And I had live strings, and it was an amazing day.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. It was amazing.
I love strings, and it's hard to find anybody better at the keys than Greg Fillingame. That boy can play. He can play. Yeah.
And Carvin Winans actually wrote that song.
Carvin wrote that song?
Carvin wrote that song.
I did not realize that. For those who are Winans fans, you know Carvin's one of the two twins, Carvin and Marvin Winans, of the famous singing Winan brothers. I didn't know Carvin had written that track. That's wow, amazing. Well, that whole family.
I actually met the Winans. I met them through my brother. Amazing writer.
Yeah. Now that whole family is talented. I mean, it's unfair. It is cosmically unfair. Like your family, that one family could have that much talent. I mean, your family, the Winans family, all that talent in one family. But I love it. Let me bring this thing full circle. I have enjoyed this conversation for this hour. Regina Bell has finally gotten around to it 35 plus years into her career, doing a holiday album. The album is called My Colorful Christmas. It's a beautiful album with a lot of traditional stuff on it, from Old Little Town of Bethlehem to Hark the Herald, Oh Come All Ye Faithful, The First Noel, Away in a Manger, and of course some other tracks that I think you'll be delighted to hear. A couple of them we played in this hour. Cradle in Bethlehem, of course, a hit classic for Nat King Cole. The song I Had to Leave, a song from her brother Bernie. A lot of good stuff. A lot of family members on this project, 2 of her daughters, her brother. It's an amazing album. I'm glad she finally, 3 decades into her career, finally got around to doing it. So Regina, thank you for the album. Thank you for your just being on the soundtrack of my life. And as always, I enjoy the opportunity to have a conversation with you.
Thank you, Tavis. It's been wonderful. Our journey together has been amazing.
It has been and will remain so. As long as you keep singing, I keep talking, we'll get together here and there. and it ought to be just that way. You sing and I'll talk. We'll keep it that way.
You sure you don't want to change up?
No. I can do background with you, but I'm going to stay over here behind this microphone, so it's all good. Happy holidays to you, Regina Bell. I love you. Good to have you on the program.
I love you right back. Thank you so much.
All right. Stay strong. That is our show for today. Hope you enjoyed all 3 hours of it. I certainly did. Back here, Lord willing, tomorrow morning to do it all over again, 9 a.m. to 12 noon Pacific time. Time to make room now for the KBLA Midday Money Chain. Up next, the Millionaires Roundtable with Lynn Richardson, followed by Ahead of the Crypto Curve with Naja Roberts. Old money, new money, don't matter. We got you covered here on KBLA Talk 1580. Until tomorrow morning, thanks for tuning in. And as always, keep the faith.
Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight. Glory stream from heaven afar. Heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Kobe Bryant's daughter, Natalia, is filing for a restraining order against a man described as a delusional, gun-obsessed stalker with a criminal history. The 19-year-old daughter of the basketball legend says she's terrified that Dwayne Kemp will do anything he can to find her. The city of Montgomery, Alabama will honor Rosa Parks and other civil rights leaders on the anniversary of the 1955 Montgomery bus boycott. A series of events and activities will mark the occasion on December 1st, including including free admission to the Rosa Parks Museum and Children's Museum. Fire officials are reminding folks that Thanksgiving is the biggest day of the year for cooking fires. Officials say keep your eyes on your cooking equipment and keep young children out of the kitchen. Turkey fires should be placed on a level surface and at least 10 to 15 feet away from any structures. And that's the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.